Hello and good day to all my friends. This is Moshtaba Rasti speaking. I'm from the Thales group, and today is February 9th, 2026, and I'm here with you. With a long-term perspective on the market situation, we'll review the end of June contracts and the trades that have come in since the beginning of January. Now, let's take a look at the market screener to see what insights we can gather. We've extracted the process database from January 1st to February 9th, right up to this moment, focusing on incoming trades and the June 26th, 2026 expiry. We've set the open interest to one contract, which totals 26,900 Bitcoin across 944 option contracts, resulting in this kind of curve. That's what it looks like. You see, we're showing a major fluctuation here. Does the chart show it? Yes, it indicates a big swing. The floor is 71,700, the peak profit is nearly 100,000, and the ceiling is 124,000. So the important point is that we've reached the bottom of this fluctuation, which is what we were looking to see. Now, if we move forward, let's slide the slider ahead. These are the points where fear has entered the market. Let's switch to the weekly view and take a look. We've reached this point. These are the trades that happened in this candle, right after the panic hit the market. Take a look. The bottom has dropped lower. The bottom has come down to 60, even lower, 60, which we saw here, 60, which we saw here. This is an important point, meaning we even saw this bottom here. Right now, this chart's low is 91 and its high is 115, 114. So it's as if the price is sitting at a bottom, a price floor. And even lower. From this, it seems like the chances are lower now. We might be able to head toward the peak of this profit zone. Okay, let's take a quick look at September. At the end of September, again, there's volatility. Again, at the end of September as well. We have a volatility here where the bottom is 63,000, the profit peak is 90,000, and the ceiling is 117,000. If we move forward, you'll see it's the same story again. This panic that's been created in the market has pushed the floor even lower. Here, it even went down to 51. Actually, for September, the profit peak is around 80 and the ceiling is 106. Of course, sorry, right now we're looking at the most recent trades. If we go back to the beginning, yeah, it's the same story. 63, as we said, profit peak at 90 and ceiling at 116. So in these conditions where there's fear in the market, naturally lower bottoms are being seen, but the shape of the volatility isn't like a put option. It's not a put purchase, and the volatility situation shows that we're getting close to the bottom of this fluctuation. All right, let's move on to BMA, insurance. Let's take a much closer look at the same month of June and actually review all of the bigger trades that were executed with significantly larger position sizes in much greater detail. For example, for 50 Bitcoin, we have 140 trades, which is hard to analyze. For 100 Bitcoin, there are 82 trades, still a lot. For 120 Bitcoin, wait, that was a mistake. 120 Bitcoin, 41 trades. 120 Bitcoin. Why just one trade? Let's see if we can get all of them together. Yeah, why just one trade? Take a look. In these trades of 120 Bitcoin and above, among the notable ones, we have a 900 Bitcoin trade, a short put at 70,000, which has been executed and entered in February. What else do we have? That was the biggest one. That was the biggest. If we wanna analyze the strategies, look. Well, this one is completely bullish. It's totally bullish, seeing profits above 94,000. Again, here we have this one. It seems like a short straddle of 400 Bitcoin, which again, this short straddle is interesting. Sorry, yes, it's a short straddle. We've reached its bottom again. Look, the bottom was 85 and we've gone way past it. Even looking at the delta, we've already reached it. We've reached a point where Delta's sensitivity to price has decreased. Basically, it's flattening out, moving out of the upward phase. Its profit floor is 116 and its ceiling is 145. This is also interesting. It didn't expect the price to drop this low. Again, here we have these two. Again, this is a short straddle, pretty much with the same objectives, and this one too, of course. This one, let me show you this one too, a 700 Bitcoin. Take a look. You saw profits above 93,200. Do you have a bullish scenario here? Do you see a bullish outlook? These, well, they're not really strategies. This one is. But actually, both of these are short puts. Both of them. Short put, 1,370 Bitcoin. 1,370 Bitcoin short. But it saw the bottom at 63, and we saw the bottom and bounced back. This one also saw the bottom at 63. So we're in a zone where everyone seems to expect it to be the price floor. Again, if we go here, we have this one. Look, there's a short strangle at the volatility floor, 59,960,000, which we saw, and now we're heading upward. The volatility ceiling at 90,000 is really cautious. Maybe until June. Maybe if we want to go higher, we might even go above 90. Again, look here. We have a short strangle, and this one is also a short straddle. The maximum profit is at 100,000. The ceiling is 128. Again, look here. The floor is set at 73, which is where we are standing right now. This is also a short strangle, with the floor at 65 and the ceiling at 114. So it expects volatility within this range until June. And this one is the same. And that's all for the 120 Bitcoin. Up until February 6th, we had trades where, for example, on February 6th, 2 call options were entered, despite all the fear and panic in the market. 2 or 3 days ago, 2 call options for 250 Bitcoin each were entered at the 110 strike price. Look here, on February 5th, a call option for 350 Bitcoin at 130 was entered, meaning some people are already expecting an upward move from this point. Let's bring the size down to 100. I'm looking for something.
Hold on.
Let me see, actually for over 100 Bitcoin, on February 6th, there was also a drop, a long put for 100 Bitcoin at 40,000. So this really shows that the possibility of a move downward has also been considered. Hold on. Let me set it to 10 Bitcoin, and if we look at the strikes, for example, let's take a look. When we consider positions above 10 Bitcoin, here we have the strike. At 170, there are traders who have taken short calls at 170. January 8th, though, that was quite a while ago, around 12. Bitcoin short call at 170,000, strike at 170,000 is considered tough. We have 230,000 as well. 25 Bitcoin long call at 230,000 was entered on January 8th. Again, here we have this 170. We have 230 as well. A long call means there's no shortage of bullish sentiment. Its Bitcoin volume is lower, probably less. There are professionals involved, but the strikes are very important and meaningful. We have 115 and 135. 100 Bitcoin long call at 135. Entered on January 9th, we have 150 call option, 320. Look, 2 lots of 25 Bitcoin. Long call at 320,000 for June 26th, entered for June 26th and January 11th. Well, this was still before this drop, actually heavy and scary. Let's move towards the open. We have 150, we have 150 and 200, and we have 220, look, 220 and so on. We have 200,000. 25 Bitcoin short call at 200,000, entered on January 20th. We have a lot of these numbers as we go towards the end of the list. Let's go to the end of the list, and yes, let's see the trades that have come in recently. Not February. What do we have? Let's just look at February 9th. All right, let's look at February 9th. Let's keep February 9th in mind. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up to where? Is it February? Right here, we have 8 that came in on February 9th, and they're Saudi. It's interesting. Just look at the ones that entered on February 9th. More than 10 Bitcoin, Saudi. They're all here. See? Most of them are long positions. We also have short puts. Look, for example, these first two are short puts. One at 45, which is set pretty low, and one at 75. But for the rest, most are long, mainly long calls at 105. 80,000. So the Saudi outlook is actually a bit has come in. And let's see here. We have another 340,000 in the February week, again under bearish conditions and with fear dominating the market, for 340,000, 37 Bitcoin. Long call, 37 Bitcoin, 340,000. That's an interesting number, 145. We have it here. In the February week, 13 Bitcoin long call. So there's still hope. There's still bullish sentiment in the market, and it seems like we can still be hopeful that there's support around here. Now, for example, in this range we had here, we might see some price support and witness a price rebound. A really strange fear has taken over the market. I think the fear and greed index, it's reached 5, which apparently is unprecedented in history. So we have to keep in mind that rebounds always happen at the peak of fear. It still happens. There are still options. In my opinion, the way I see it, it shows that hope is still there. Really, hope for seeing higher numbers still exists. Now we just have to get through this fear and things become more normal. New trades will enter the market situation. We have to see whether this bullish outlook will continue or not. Thank you for your attention. I hope this was helpful, and until the next analysis, goodbye.